Retail tech startup Arzooo has secured $6 million from Trifecta Capital as the Bengaluru-based B2B company aims to hit a sales run rate of $500 million this year. This is a follow-up round of their Series A funding. A quick background, Arzooo in October last year raised its Series A round of $7.5 million, and soon after, in November, Arzooo had raised another investment coming in from Zoom Video founder Eric Yuan. This also marked Eric's first ever investment in an Indian tech startup. To know more about the future roadmap of the company, joining me now is Khushnud Khan, co-founder and CEO of Arzooo. Khushnud, welcome to the show. Now, you plan to use the new funds to ramp up supply chain infrastructure as well as increase your reach to over 50,000 retail stores from the current 7,000. In fact, you're also aiming to hit a sales run rate of $500 million this year. Ambitious targets, yet achievable, do you think?
Absolutely, Shruti. First of all, thank you for having me on this show, on this amazing show. Yes, we have raised this capital to largely be deployed into raising our supply chain capabilities, because Arzooo has grown very fast in last 2 years. We started about 2 years back. But what happens is when you're growing fast and you have a large amount of dependency on an ecosystem, especially supply chain ecosystem, there is a lot of scope to improve your delivery and speed of service. So this is one thing that we are going to work on and utilize this capital to kind of enhance and build our own supply chain capability end-to-end. Right. So this is one big area we are going after. Okay.
Also, Khushnud, Arzooo empowers physical retailers to compete and grow against e-commerce platforms like Amazon and Flipkart. Tell me, how are you enabling partner stores to overcome the limitations of physical retail? Take me through your offerings.
Yeah. First, I would like to answer your previous question on $500 million sales run rate that we are looking at. I mean, if you are in India today in 2021, any number you can talk about is not big enough, right? So it's a massive market. We are operating in a $60-odd billion market. And this is the number that we are gunning for. And the trajectory that we have for the last 2 years, we look certain to hit this number. Coming to your question of how Arzooo operates, how we enable the physical retailers business is essentially, so the challenge in offline retail, and this challenge has come up especially post the emergence of online platforms, is that there is this ecosystem. There is no level playing field for there are various types of retailers. You have large national retailers, you have regional retail formats, and then you have lots of neighborhood stores. And there is least level playing field today because of the technology, and these fragmented network of neighborhood stores have not adopted to those technologies. So what Arzooo is doing essentially is to democratize retail and create a level playing field for everyone in the retail ecosystem, regardless to his size and scale. Whether you are a small retailer in some small part of Maharashtra, say Chalkaranji, or you are a small retailer somewhere in Bhatinda or operating out of, say, a 500 square feet space, you will still have the similar amount of access to the level of inventory and the similar access to best prices that you will be able to offer to your customers. So that's the vision and mission we are working on.
So, Khushnud, tell me, what are the kind of conversations you're having with your retail partners, post-COVID and pre-COVID? What is the kind of business growth your partners have seen, and what is the kind of demand you're seeing since the lockdown?
Yeah, so the interesting thing, Shruti, is the channel that we operate with is consumer durable, and that's the vertical play Arzooo has. Pre-COVID, I can say this: there is some amount of complacency in this channel when it comes to adopting to a new technology, because these retailers have been operating in high-value consumer goods, where consumers naturally have a tendency and a lot of inclination to go to offline stores. That inclination is still relevant despite this whole online play, because it's high involvement purchase, people buying for longer life cycle. People prefer going to offline channel. So there is some amount of complacency that this channel had, but COVID has changed that mindset completely for these retailers. Now the same retail ecosystem that we operate in, we are talking about small fragmented neighborhood retailers. They are gunning for this adoption of a platform like Arzooo. So, COVID has that way made adoption for a digital platform like us, even for retailer community, easier. Right? So that's the change that COVID has brought in.
Of course. And what is the kind of growth and demand that you're seeing at your end?
Despite the whole year being washed out, say 2020, we have grown over 100% in 2020 compared to where we were in 2019. So you can understand the amount of growth, and we are largely talking about organic growth, which essentially means we have not entered any new market in 2020. So similar kind of market, we have grown over 100% last year, 2020. So that's the kind of scale that we're talking
also,
about.
Talking about 2020, you launched Arzoo Credit, a digital credit lending product to offer working capital to your partner stores. What is the kind of traction you've seen there, and how much credit have you already dispersed? How has this helped them drive up sales and in-store conversions?
So the challenge with offline retailers, one of the other challenges besides the selection and access to pricing is the access to right sort of credit mechanism that they can have. There is an existence of, say, an informal credit mechanism that exists in the market through distributors, etc., offering those credits. Okay. Very high cost, very fragmented. The idea of Arzoo Credit was to bring this to them digitally at a very, very lesser cost than what they get currently from the market. We piloted this Arzoo Credit last year, yes, just around COVID, and we had a fantastic adoption. We have by now we have about 500 retailers opting for Arzoo Credit. Okay. This year we are going to go full-fledged, and we are looking at disbursing about 250-300 CR in 2021.
Okay, all right, that's a great number. Khushnud, take me through the revenue model. How do you make your money, and how far are you from the road to profitability?
So the way we make money is, we do aggregation of demand from across 10,000 odd stores that we work with. And with this aggregated demand, we source the products from our suppliers. And the suppliers are a mix of manufacturers, large distributors, national players in the supply ecosystem. So we buy the products from the large suppliers, manufacturers, okay, and we essentially sell this. Our retailers buy these products on using our platform. So the delta of buy-sell is the margin that we make.
Okay. All right. Quickly, you're looking to scale operations in Maharashtra and Gujarat. What are the cities you're eyeing, and take me through your expansion footprint?
Yeah, definitely. So, Maharashtra alone is a big market, and Gujarat, Maharashtra put together, they command about 1/5 of India's consumer electronics markets. It's that big a market. And this is the market we decided to enter last. So we are currently present across North, East, and South. We are aiming to enter Maharashtra and Gujarat in next couple of months. So we have already seeded Maharashtra. We are now seeding Gujarat. Okay. And so when we say Maharashtra, there are two parts to Maharashtra. One is Bombay, which in itself is a massive market. So right now we are seeding Bombay, and then we'll start Pune and Nagpur, okay, and these are the markets that we'll be operating in. And then Gujarat is coming along. So okay, Gujarat, the whole is a massive target market for us. Sure.
Khushnud, one final question to you. Arzoo is Zoom video founder Eric Yuan's first ever investment in an Indian tech startup. What are the synergies like? How has the partnership worked out?
Synergies are unlimited. Right? There are a lot of things that we have in our vision and plans to do in retails. For example, how can you make consumers visit stores sitting at home? Right. So there is a lot that we envision that can be done in this direction, and we have the right amount of player with us where a lot of synergy that can be created. Eric, besides the synergy between the two companies, Eric, who has successfully built over $100 billion company himself, brings a lot of intellectual capital to us. He's accessible for any kind of things that we kind of want to understand and seek guidance from. So it's an amazing person to have on board with us.
All right, it is always about having the right partners on board. Thank you so much for sharing those details and joining us right here on Startup Street.